Hello students, welcome in the next lecture of subject Public Health Engineering. In previous lecture we had start the point quality of water. In that we had discussed the need of analysis of water. Why the analysis of water is required. Then we had discussed the characteristics of water. There is a three characteristics of water. First is physical characteristics, second is chemical characteristics, and third is biological characteristics. Then we had discussed there is a five physical characteristics of water. First is turbidity of water, then color, then taste and odor of water, then temperature of water, then specific conductivity. After that, second is chemical characteristics of water. This also we had discussed in the previous lecture. There is a total 7 chemical characteristics of water. First is total solids and suspended solids, then pH value of water, then hardness of water, then chloride content, nitrogen content, dissolved gases, biological oxygen demand, that is a BOD. These also we had explained in last lecture. Now in this lecture I am just revising these characteristics. Then third is biological characteristics of water. The characteristics of water which can be seen under the microscope is the biological characteristics of water. The bacteria, fungi, viruses, protozoa are the biological characteristics of water. Now, in this lecture, we are going to see the testing for water or the testing of water for these all characteristics. Then we have to see first the testing for total solids or the solids which can present in water. Now see how we can find out the total solids in the water. Solid refer to matter suspended or dissolved into the water or waste water. What is meant by solids? The particles or matters which can be dissolved in the water or suspended into the water. These are called as a solids. The determination of solids in water is very important in assessing the suitability of water used for drinking and industrial purpose. The determination of solids in water is very important because this water we are going to use for drinking or also for industrial purpose. Hence, we have to find the impurities or the total solids present in this water. The solid analysis in water can be characterized in many ways, such as a total solids, suspended solids, dissolved solids, fixed solids, volatile solids, and settleable solids. These are the types of total solids. That is the solids which can be suspended in water or which can be fully dissolved in water or which the solids which is settled on water. These all are find out by the testing the water for solids. The total solid is term applied to the material left in vessel after evaporation of sample of wastewater or water and is subsequent drying in an oven at a definite temperature. Now see, this is the test for find out the total solids into the water. This test is actually we are going to actually carried out at the time of practicals. Now for find out the total solids, first we have to collect the water sample Then this water sample is kept in vessel and this is kept for evaporation. Then the evaporation of water sample is takes place. Then we are find out the solids, or the solids are remain or remain at the bottom of vessel. This is the test for to find out total solids. This test we are going to carry out at the time of practical. Total solid analysis include total suspended solids, the portion of total solids retained by the filter, and total dissolved solids, the portion passes through the filter. Now see, while we are going to conduct this test for solid, first we have to take the sample of water, then we have to take one jar or one vessel, then we have to take one filter paper, or this filter paper is kept on this vessel. Then the water is filtered by this filter paper. Then while filtering the water, the solids which can be retained on these filter papers are total solids or total suspended solids, and the solids which can be goes from the filter paper is dissolved solids. This is the test for the total solids present in the water. Then second, for the hardness of water. The hardness of water is measured in grains per gallon or in milligrams of calcium. Now see, what is the hardness of water? The property of water to form an insoluble curd or with soap instead of lather. In other words, it is the soap destroyed property due to the presence of bicarbonates, sulfates, chlorides of calcium and magnesium. When the bicarbonates, sulfates, chlorides of calcium and magnesium is present in water, that means the water have the hardness, and when water have the hardness, it does not form the foam of soaps. The water hardness may be expressed in ppm. It is the unit of measure the hardness, that is ppm, means parts per million. Now see the hardness for all types of water. For soft water, the hardness is in between 0 to 17.1 mg per liter of minerals. Then for slightly hard water, the hardness is 16.1 to 60 mg per liter of minerals. Then for moderately hard water, the hardness is 61 to 120 mg per liter of minerals. Then for hard water, the hardness is between 121 to 180 mg per liter of minerals. Then for very hard water, the hardness is more than 180 mg per liter. That is, when the hardness is more than 180 mg per liter, then this water is very hard, and the hardness is less than 16, then it is a soft water. Sorry, the hardness is 0 to 17.1 mg per liter of minerals, then this water is soft water. Now see, water hardness can be easily measured using a simple soap test kit that will measure in grains of hardness. That is, this is the test for measuring the hardness of water. For that, simple soap test kit is used, because when water have the hardness, then the foam of soap cannot be occur. Then a little bottle with the line marked on it, which you fill to the line with water. Add a drop of soap and shake to look for suds. More drops of soap, more degrees of hardness. That is, take one bottle, mark the line on that bottle and fill the water up to this line. Then add the drops of soap or liquid soap. Then shake this bottle. When we can shake this bottle, the foam is present, then it has the less hardness, or the drops of soap is present, then the water had more hardness. Then using simple plastic test strips that carry a chemically treated pad in an easy and quick way to measure water hardness and to confirm the water softener is working correctly. That is another one test is for hardness is plastic test strips. These strips are give the hardness of water. Now see, this is the bottle or the kit of measuring water hardness. When the hardness is 0, then this color is aqueous. See the cursor. This color is aqueous. Water is have 0 hardness, that is a 0 ppm hardness. Then water is have the 25 hardness, then this color is aqueous. Then for 50 this, for 120 this, for 220, sorry, for 250 this, and for 425 this color is aqueous. When water has these two colors, then the hard water is very hard. Water is in between this, then water is hard, and in this the water is soft water. Then next test is for chlorides of water. First test is for which? For total solids. Then second test is for calculate the hardness of water. Then third test is chlorides of water. Chloride present in all natural water. The presence of high quantity of chloride in river water may indicate the pollution of water. Now see, every water has some amount of chloride in this. When the water has high quantity of chloride, then the water is have the pollution. Now see, the amount of chloride present in water sample is determined by added silver nitrate of known concentration and potassium chromate to the water. This is a test for calculate chloride content in water. For this, take one water sample and add the silver nitrate of known concentration and potassium chromate to water. Then we get the chloride content of water. This test is also we are going to perform while doing the practicals. Now after chloride content, next test is for dissolved oxygen into the water. Dissolved oxygen DO refers to the amount of oxygen dissolved in water. What is meant by dissolved oxygen? The oxygen which can be dissolved in water, or the quantity of oxygen which can be get dissolved in water is the DO, and is particularly important in aquatic ecology. For aquatic ecology or the aquatic life of animals, this dissolved oxygen is important. The digital DO meter is used for measure dissolved oxygen. The DO meter is used for measure the dissolved oxygen, or the DO meter is used for get the test of dissolved oxygen. This is the DO meter. It has some buttons for on or for off this DO meter, and it has one electric rod. When we are put this electric rod into the water sample, then we get reading on this display bar, or we get the accurate reading on this display. This is the DO meter or dissolved oxygen meter, which can be give the correct value of dissolved oxygen into the water. The next test is test for pH. This test we are seeing into the next lecture. For this lecture, just remind these three tests. First is test for total solids. There is a many types of solids which can be present in water, that are suspended solids, dissolved solids, total solids. Then we can see the, or we had discussed the test for total solids. It is a very simple test. In that we are going to see the total quantity of solids which can be remembered after evaporation of the water. Then after total solids, second test is hardness of water. Now see what is the hardness of water. The minerals like magnesium which can be present in water, it gives the hardness to the water, and the hardness is expressed in ppm. Then we had discussed the what is the hardness for all types of water. Then for hardness we can carry out the test. In that, first is soap kit test and second is plastic test strips, and this gives the total amount of hardness. This is the test which give the total amount of hardness into the water. Then next is a chlorides of water. The chloride present in all natural waters, and when high quantity of chloride is present in water, then this indicate the pollution of water. And for taste of chlorides, we can add the silver nitrate and potassium chromate into the water. Then after that, next is a taste for dissolved oxygen. The dissolved oxygen means the amount of oxygen which can be dissolved into the water. Then for taste of dissolved oxygen, we can use the DO meter or dissolved oxygen meter. In that, we had one electric rod and the display. When we can insert this rod into the water sample, then we got the, or we get the actual reading on the display. Hope you all get these three tests of water. First is test for total solids, then test for, second test is test for hardness, and third is a test for dissolved oxygen. Then fourth test is for pH, is we are going to see in next lecture. Please just remember the concept of this test. Then while performing the practicals, we are going to conduct the practicals for all these tests. Hope you all get this point and clear the concepts of these tests. Thank you.